Let's move on now to Sudan, where thousands rallied in the capital Khartoum, demonstrating against last year's military coup. And as a United Nations human rights expert arrived in the country, a Sudanese man was shot dead by security forces. Regular protests have rocked the northeast African country since its army chief led a military takeover in October. In a violent crackdown of the protests, at least 81 people have been killed and hundreds wounded. On Sunday, a 51-year-old man was hit with a live bullet to the chest. This brings the death toll in the crackdown on anti-coup protests to 82.
هم اللي بيقتلوا الحاجه، هم اللي بيقتلونا. لحد الان ميتين مننا 81 نفر، هم ميتين منهم كم؟ ما فرضوا المات. فريق السلميه احنا قاعدين فيها حاليا. احنا شغالين في حرب على الاستنزاف. بدينا من 25/10 اللي هو الانقلاب. يعتبر الشهر الثالث ولسه مستمرين ونفسنا طويل جدا في اننا نستمر تجاه النازل.
Thousands rallied in the capital Khartoum on Sunday. The protesters carried Sudanese flags and posters of others killed during demonstrations in recent months. Security forces used tear gas to try to disperse protesters who were heading towards the presidential palace. Tear gas was also used in nearby Omdurman and North Khartoum.
ونحن الليلة مستمرين في الشارع ونطالب بتسليم حكومة مدنية كاملة. وبعد تسليم الحكومة المدنية نحن بنطالب بالقصاص للشهداء. ونحن ما حنتنازل ولا حنرجع.
Amid the protests, United Nations human rights expert Adama Dieng is visiting Sudan. UN Special Representative Volker Perthes said on Twitter that he met with rights expert Dieng on his first official visit to Sudan. Dieng is set to meet senior Sudanese government officials, human rights defenders, heads of UN entities and diplomats. Security authorities in the capital have called on protesters to assemble in public squares to avoid more clashes with forces. Sudan has repeatedly denied opening fire on protesters, but Human Rights Watch has quoted witnesses detailing how the security forces have used both live ammunition and fired tear gas canisters directly at crowds. Sudan has been plunged into a turmoil since the October takeover by the military. The coup upended Sudan's transition to democratic rule. The demonstrators are demanding the establishment of a fully civilian government to lead the transition. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.